to today's service. My name's Hugh Moriguchi, and I'm the service chairperson this morning. Because we are projecting slides and video, on the Sangha may remain seated throughout the service for optimal viewing of the screen. Please pause and reflect during the ringing of the Kansho. Following the ringing of the Kansho, please join the ministers in chanting Sambutsuge, found on page 11 of the Orange Service Book.
Please join me in Gassho, put your hands together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. The Seattle Betsuin Buddhist Temple Sangha is gathered here today to observe the memorial of the passing of the Buddha Shakyamuni. His last words to us were, hold fast to the truth as a lamp, seek emancipation in the truth. Look not for the assistance from anyone besides yourself. Rely on yourself and do not rely on the external help. All component things are subject to decay and death. Consider the things called self. Think of its transiency. How can you fall into delusion about it and cherish pride and selfishness, knowing that they must all end in the inevitable suffering? Be always thinking about the transiency of your life. You will be able to resist greed and anger and will be able to avoid all evils. Also, today we are having the pet memorial service. All the loved pet which passed away in the past is shown on the screen. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. Now we have a chanting of Sambutsuge on the page 11 in the Orange Service Book. 開心音平有脈十目如来有限調整無輪小学大本コルジポ開門精進三昧知恵意徳無量修正系譜人体前年小仏崩壊愚人人の空語外体無明欲ぬ聖尊読む人の死死人徳無量空君古代知恵人妙光明意祖神道大戦願が差仏在所法法可動生じ未不下脱不正上位会に生じ如是三昧知恵以上五世徳仏不行志願一切空空一切大半決しうぶ百千六万無量大小修行語者よ一切死と小仏不尿愚道検証不逆非尿語者小仏世界不不可け無種節道光明師匠変死諸国如是精進維持難量両が差仏国土第一五種奇妙道上超絶国如内本二無闘争ガトハイミ道達一切実法来所新年少女意図学国経楽安穏公仏神妙是が心象本願の日力少々欲実法生存知恵無下上領子孫知が信用軽量心死 食読中画行小人臨終風景ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがんにしくどく平等聖祭道本菩大心おうじょうあんらこナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダ
We will now sing today's Gotha Metta, which will be projected up on the screen.
May all living beings there are, the long, the great, the medium and small, those that move or stand firm, all creatures weak or otherwise, may they all receive proper care, may every being live life secure, may every being dwell in harmony and reach Nirvana's boundless peace. All those invisible or outstanding, dwelling near or far away, all that are born or awaiting birth, for always may they dwell in joy. May they all receive proper care, may every being live life secure, may every being dwell in harmony and reach Nirvana's boundless peace.
Have incense offering by organization representatives. Representing Dharma School, Mia Butler. Representing Cub Scouts, Carter Crane. Representing Campfire, Zoe Hasagawa. Representing Junior YBA, Min Moriguchi. Representing Matsuri Taiko, Donna Zumoda. Representing SBBWA, Suzy Yamane. Representing Goji Kai, Paul Mori. Representing the music department, Kemi Nakabayashi. And representing the Seattle Betsuin, Tyler Moriguchi. Thank you to our representatives. Please join me in Gasho for the reading of our pledge, which can be found in your program or on the screen. Breaking out of my shell, I will share a warm smile and speak gentle words, just like the kind Buddha. Not becoming lost in my greed, anger, and ignorance, I shall think and act with an open mind, just like the calm and peaceful Buddha. Not putting myself first, I will share in the joy and sadness of others, just like the compassionate Buddha. Realizing the gift of life I have received, I still strive to live each day to its fullest, like the Buddha who tirelessly works to liberate all. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Reverend. Oh, sorry. Please join me in Gasho. Naman Davits. Naman Davits. Naman Davits. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Rinban Kusunoki, who will deliver today's Dharma message.
Okay, thank you for being the chairperson today. Okay, please join me in Gasho to begin my Dharma talk. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namandap, 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 Namandap. Okay, good morning, everyone. I think is that microphone okay? Oh, testing. Okay. Okay, thank you again for coming to the Sunday service this morning. We are having the Nirvana Day service and the Pet Memorial service this morning. But first of all, I'd like to express my deepest appreciation for all people who worked so hard for the last Northwest Convention and the BCA National Council meeting. I think it was really great success, especially Marissa and Alex. They worked so hard to. Thank you. I hope they're able to rest, in this week. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, because I have to attend the BCA National Council meetings. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to the Northwest Convention's workshop at all. But I heard, all the variety, all different style, different kinds of variety of workshops. Then lots of people enjoyed all the workshops. I really appreciate all the workshop leaders, those who present their workshops too. Thank you so much. Then today we are having the pet memorial service. This is once a year we are, having a memorial service for the pet. I think before the service we show the slideshow. In the Buddhist way, this is one teaching from the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha. It say, so small. I need a reading glass probably. You should cultivate an infinite kindness towards all living beings. All living beings. So Buddha's teaching is not limiting only for the human beings, or not only for the certain types of the human. All living beings. So all living creatures, no matter how big or small, are our friends. So even the pets were also, of course, included. So we have in the Buddhist tradition, we have a funeral service and a memorial service. So we can have a funeral service and a memorial service for the pets too. So the once a year, Seattle Betsuin, we recognize our lovely, loved pet who passed away before us. They are our friends and the family. So when we lost our family, of course, we have a pain. When we lost our pets, we have a pain. It is, we all suffer from parting from our lovely pets. So this could be one precious occasion to put our hands together to remember our pets too. So then today, we are having the Nirvana Day service. It is a day Shakyamuni Buddha passed away. The day Shakyamuni Buddha passed away. I believe we all learned Shakyamuni Buddha's life. At the age of 29, what's happened? He left the palace, he left home, then he renounced the world. Then at the age of 35, he became enlightened. Thank you. Under the Bodhi tree, he sat under the Bodhi tree. Then he, Gautama Siddhartha became Shakyamuni Buddha. He awakened at the age of 35. So then he passed away at the age of 80. So second half of his life, 45 years, he delivered whatever, the Buddha Dharma. He attained enlightenment. The teaching of the Buddhism, Buddha, he shared with all different peoples, using all different examples or metaphors. So that's why it is said 84,000 teachings. This means everyone has a different pains, sufferings. So when, whoever Shakyamuni Buddha met, Shakyamuni Buddha gave the advice or guidance to each people. This is one of my favorite books. Buddha is our teacher. So this is a good book for the children. I would say maybe especially for pre-KK, the first, second grade, but even maybe infant, toddler. Then when my son was, he is still small. I used to read this book, at the bed. Before go to bed, I read one, because one passage is so, just one page, 2 pages. So I used to read this to my son. Then sometimes he asked me the questions, even just 5-10 minutes before he really fall into sleep. But it was a great conversation, meaningful conversation we had. So I found multiple copies. So I think we can also get, this is published by Bukkyo Dendo Kyokai BDK America. So we can order this. I think all the Dharma school kids should read. Then I appreciate, the parents read this to the children. Then have a conversation, the discussion. So it is getting, I also learned a lot from this book. Then I'm using this book for my Dharma message a lot. So if you have the younger children and grandchildren, please come to me after the service. I have multiple copies. So, well, let me introduce, the one which I introduced today, the passage for the pet memorial service also came from this book. Then another teaching is, for example, all people tremble at violence. All people fear death. Seeing that others are like you, you should not kill others or cause others to kill. So this is a teaching we should not do to others what you would not want them to do to you. So even, this is a message, guidance to the kids. But even the adults, we have to know these teachings too. We should keep this in my mind. Then another teaching is there's plenty of fun to go around. So this teaching came from, there's the passage from the sutra, Shakyamuni Buddha's words are also written on the bottom. Even if we take away much of the fire from a torch, the original light of the torch remains the same. In the same way, happiness never decreases by being shared with others. So sometimes, that's also important, sharing our happiness and joy with other people. But sometimes we became stingy, or, we shy to share happiness and joy with other people. But in your mind, we should know sharing the happiness with other people, happiness which we have remains the same, never decrease. So that's also really important teaching. So Shakyamuni Buddha, so today is a Nirvana day. As I mentioned, Shakyamuni Buddha passed away at the age of 80. But just 1 year before that, at the age of 79, he started traveling. 2,500 years ago, please think about it. No train, no airplane, no car. Of course, they have to walk at the age of 80. So there's no clear record where the destination he wanted to go, but probably he wanted to go to visit his birthplace, hometown. So he started traveling. It says, how many miles? More than 200 miles away. So maybe from here to like a Portland, like maybe past Portland, maybe. So walking to his birthplace, he started at the age of 79. On the way, so he, of course, he has to stop, village or town, stop, several places. Then sometimes he met some people. Then one time he met one woman. Then she invited her to dinner. Then, but later, maybe just a couple hours later, another really high noble person also invited Shakyamuni Buddha to dinner. But Shakyamuni Buddha chose the woman who invited first. But sometimes we think, because those higher rank people invited, so maybe I should go to the dinner with those, maybe the king or noble person. But Shakyamuni Buddha equally see people, so he chose the first, invited him. So that he had a dinner together. Then he visited another village. And because age of 79, you can imagine traveling to all the way, so far. He gets sick. He was really sick at that time. But fortunately, gradually he was recovering. Then he delivered the message, one Dharma message. That's a one famous message. Sometimes we learn this is his last Dharma message. Then he said, make a lamp of yourself and rely on yourself. Never make others your lamp and rely on others. Make the Dharma your lamp and rely on it. Never make any other things your lamp and never rely on them. So this is a famous Dharma message. You most of the time we understand this is his last message. So because Shakyamuni Buddha knew, he can live only few months probably. So that's why he told his disciples, especially Ananda, one of his closest disciple, maybe my life is going to be end very soon. But Ananda couldn't believe it because, Shakyamuni Buddha or Ananda really wanted to, he couldn't believe, he couldn't think Shakyamuni Buddha's passing at all. But for Shakyamuni Buddha, not disappointed, but, because one of the Buddha's teaching is our life is impermanent. But seems like Ananda didn't want to accept the reality of the impermanence of human life, including Shakyamuni Buddha's life. So then, still continue traveling to his birthplace. Then another place he visited, one young, maybe he is still maybe teenager probably. His name is Chunda. Donated one soup. It's a mushroom soup. So Shakyamuni Buddha, because this is Chunda's dana to Shakyamuni Buddha, he received it, they ate it. Then Shakyamuni Buddha got sick because of the food. Maybe those, the mushroom, we never know, So maybe some disciple may say, please say no to Chunda because this food is maybe not good. But Shakyamuni Buddha received it because it is dana from Chunda. Then Shakyamuni Buddha mentioned there are two most important dana he received. The first one was when he was the age of 35, just before he attained enlightenment. He was practicing so hard. Then he almost dead because he didn't eat, he didn't drink at all. At that time, one woman's name, Sujata gave him one, it's a okayu, like a porridge type of food. Then he ate. Shakyamuni Buddha received that dana. Then he ate it. Then he gained so much energy. Then he was able to continue practicing meditation, do the meditation. Then he was able to attain enlightenment. That was age of 35. Then just before he passed away, he also received one mushroom soup from Chunda. So these two dana is equally important, respectfully important for him. That's a kind of, I feel, this is a kind word, to protect Chunda. I could imagine other people maybe blame those Chunda. Why did you bring this mushroom soup? The Shakyamuni Buddha got sick. Why did you do that? But Shakyamuni Buddha, because he knew Chunda brought this mushroom soup from sincere heart. So that's why Shakyamuni Buddha received it and protect Chunda. Then on the today's calendar, February 15th, Shakyamuni Buddha life ends. Shakyamuni Buddha's life ends. It says February 15th. So then, as I mentioned, one disciple, Ananda, was crying a lot because he was traveling with Shakyamuni Buddha all the time. All the time. Ananda couldn't accept Shakyamuni Buddha's passing. But another disciple, his name is Anuruddha. Maybe he's an older disciple. Maybe he's maybe 70s. Can you imagine? 50 years old, 70 years old, 80 years old, they are traveling together. Then plus those 70 years old Anuruddha, he's a blind. So he couldn't see. So those three, of course, some other followers also maybe in the group that they're traveling together, but they have to walk, right? On foot, they have to travel. 50 years old, 70 years old, blind, then 80 years old. These people have to travel together. Then, according to Shakyamuni Buddha's passing, it is said, when he passed away, the trees died. The leaves turned white. So that's why in our Buddhist tradition, when we have a funeral service, we choose the flowers, the color of white. We offer a white color of flower for the funeral service and the memorial service. That came from, we are trying to actualize Shakyamuni Buddha's passing when we have a funeral service and a memorial service. So his body was cremated. Then after the cremation, so 8 different tribes unfortunately tried to fight to who is gonna get, Shakyamuni Buddha's remains. That's human beings. One tribe wants to have Shakyamuni Buddha's remains, but one maybe high-ranked monk came, then they decided to divide by 8. Then all 8 tribes take the portion of Shakyamuni Buddha's remains, then they built the stupa. Then later, King Ashoka opened those 7 out of 8 stupa. Then even the remains, he shared more people. Then that's spread all over different places. After the atomic bomb was dropped into Hiroshima and Nagasaki, small tiny portion was donated to Hiroshima and Nagasaki too. Then I don't remember exactly which year, but small tiny portion of Shakyamuni Buddha's remains were donated to the Buddhists in United States. So then they built a stupa at the San Francisco Buddhist Church. The stupa is still there. So if you go to visit San Francisco Buddhist Church, then you may be able to, but really steep steps you have to go up. But you can go to visit stupa in San Francisco too. Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching is really, to me, it is really telling us how we should understand the truth of our life, truth of my life, like impermanence of our life, interdependence of our life. We all have only one life. We cannot replace it. We cannot, exchange our life. It is not repeatable. We cannot repeat our life. Our life ends one day. Then also we don't know when our life ends. As I mentioned, we are all friends. We are all living together. Our life are all connected. That's why we cherish our life, each other. That's a basic of Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. But easy to forget. That's, this is an eternal truth. But that's easy to forget because we all have attachment, self-centered mind. That Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. That's why we have to keep listening Shakyamuni Buddha's guidance. I feel this book is really good reminder for all of us to remember Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. Okay, to conclude my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho. Put your hands together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda.
Thank you, Rinban Kusunoki, for your inspiring Dharma message. Are there any general announcements?
Good morning. Just a reminder that March 8th, so not next Sunday, but the Sunday after, we will be holding our annual general membership meeting for all temple members, and it will also be the installation of temple officers and affiliate organization officers. We are planning to have it in the temple. So, and because it's going to be in the temple, we don't think we'll be online this year. So if you'd like to attend, we do vote on the matters of the temple. We invite you to attend. It'll be 11 o'clock on the 8th. So please join us if you can. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So on behalf of the Seattle Betsuin, the Northwest District, and the Convention Planning Committee, I just want to thank those of you who attended the convention last week and those of you who have given nothing but your support to make the event a success. We've heard a lot of positive comments regarding the convention, and that would not be possible without all of you. So thank you so much.
Good morning. I just want to make everybody aware of an event that's coming up on March 15th. We have Professor Mark Blum coming to visit. He is a professor of Buddhist studies from Berkeley, California, and really one of the most well-known and respected Buddhist scholars in America today. So it'll be a great event. It'll be taking place during the Dharma exchange slot, but will go a little bit longer. We're trying to figure out a way to have a lunch be available for purchase. Thanks very much.
Are there any other announcements? This concludes the live stream of today's service. For additional information on upcoming services, seminars, and events within the Seattle Betsuin and the Jodo Shinshu community, please visit the Seattle Betsuin website. For those of you who joined us online, we hope you enjoyed today's service and that you'll join us again next week. Thank you and have a great day.